G'day, it's Ryan the Lion from Few Quiet Yarns, and I'm standing here in the heart of Devoli with none other than Mark Ellis. Most of you probably recognise this fella. So October 29th, Devoli sponsors of AFQI, hence we're going to have a yarn with Mark. And as always, Mark, if you could introduce yourself and let's meet the person. We'll talk about the business later.
Sure. Well, I'm Mark Ellis. Jibbers. I'm Mark Ellis. I've been here at Devoli for 26 days as I'm standing here today. Most of you, or a lot of you, will know me from my time with Datacom before I came here. Pretty excited to be working in a startup environment as opposed to a large corporate office. Ryan's asked me to share some stuff about myself, and it's always hard to know where to start, so hopefully somewhere behind me my little dog is running around in the office, and I got a little dog called Dwayne Johnson. It's his first day in the office with us today. In my personal life, what can I say? I like to go fishing, I read quite a bit, I play some computer games on the PlayStation and the PC. My partner is Irish, and we're involved in some Irish business community stuff outside of work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how's that?
I've got an Irish background. I've always been looking to work out how to learn Irish. Like I've been doing all this study on Māori, and it's just made me think I need to learn my Indigenous language. So,
Sure.
Mate, come park myself around there, we'll play some games, bring the dog, and there's some Irish.
Well, she speaks Gaelic too.
Yeah, a bit of gaming as well, huh?
Sure.
What's the favourite game? What's the highest score?
I probably enjoy the single player games more than the multiplayer games, so at the moment I'm wading my way through The Last of Us. I really enjoy the narrative based stories when it's late at night and I just want to have the lights out and just sort of get lost in a different place. I find that quite healthy.
Cool, yeah, get in the zone and
Yep.
just disappear into it.
Yep.
Moving on to what impact you're making, you kind of gave us a bit of a hint having made the move to Devoli and the sort of fresh startup
Sure.
space. So yeah, what impact are you making here at Devoli?
Well, 26 days, I've probably just made an impact in the beer fridge and the coffee machine at the moment, as I'm sure you can understand. But I've been brought on to grow the business, so it's an emerging startup. By the end of this fiscal year, it'll be a $50 million per annum ISP essentially, and the entire business is just based around this proposition where it's an organisation that's designed to disrupt large incumbent telcos. So my role in the end is to make sure that the Devoli brand is well known inside the business community here in New Zealand, which is for the first time not just about the IT community for me, but the wider business community, and to make sure that everybody understands our value proposition, because like with a lot of technology, it can be very complex to understand and describe what an organisation does. So part of my role in here is to create a value proposition and positioning so we can explain it without a huge amount of technical detail, which has been a struggle for us in the past.
Cool. So can I give it a crack?
Sure.
So Devoli, it's the development and evolution of the telco industry.
Sure.
And you focus on where to find networks and automation to make everything fast, slick, and just like we expect it should be with technology. Don't look back at the legacy, because it's all about the future of automation and software-defined networks. With a click of a button, you can connect. That's my version.
Yeah, I like all of that.
And then leads us on to what's your AFQI experience been today?
Well, I've attended quite a few AFQIs over the last probably 4 years now. I've probably always enjoyed the fact that it's just given me access to an environment of people that in a new role now wanting to expand our brand and my reach well beyond technology. And AFQI I think is a great route to have conversations and meet people outside of my normal business network.
Cool. Well, yeah, you can certainly meet a few new faces.
Yeah, absolutely.
And connect with a few old, and get them all together, and then get them all talking about the topic.
Yeah, and it provides a slightly, like I've worked in sales traditionally, so there's always a sales context. It's nice to get to know people, but it lubricates that process a lot.
Yeah, I like that. Lubricate's got the figurative and literal meaning. Lubricate with a few drinks, but also lubricate in terms of you're finding the person that fits with you and the organisations that fit with you,
Correct.
i.e. you're a good match on all the levels that you need to do good business going forward. And that's the whole thing about AFQI. It's about doing better business faster with a good relationship in the middle,
Sure.
Rather than strangers across a boardroom table. So perfect. And the last thing is, what's the coolest thing in tech according to Mark Ellis? It doesn't have to be the highest trending thing on the internet. Probably not a work thing, but just you personally.
What am I looking forward to? I mean, it would be the coolest thing in tech is quantum computing, but it's a super dull subject. If you worked in network security and things, you'd enjoy a bit of quantum computing talk and how it's going to destroy things like encryption. I think it's quite fascinating. But what am I looking forward to the most? New video cards from NVIDIA came out in the last couple of days, so ray tracing in real time at home, I think is pretty cool.
Right, well, I think we might have to get you involved in AFQI games down the track.
Sure, I'd love to.
Yet to be released publicly, but you'll definitely be on one of the teams as a player. We won't tell you who your opposition will be, but you could be up against it, let's put it that way.
They don't stand a chance.
The kids, it's the kids.
I will crush them.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being a
That's all
sponsor and supporter of AFQI and
course.
helping bring together the community. Literally, it never would happen without the sponsorship and the support. And that's not just the financial support, that's the support around the edges and everything that you do, and those chats that we have down at the bar. No beer involved, it's more of a bit of a heart-to-heart getting some advice, so thank you very much for all that support on all the levels. And we'll see you October 29th somewhere in Auckland, venue yet to be decided. Just going to keep that under wraps for now, and we'll see you there with this man.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Thanks, Ron.